You are still listening to Fever Dream Diaries, so you could say we're BFFs at this point. That's why we want to invite you to join the Fever Dream fam. Visit anchor.fm/Fever Dream Diaries to subscribe. For the low monthly cost of $4.99, you'll get access to new podcast episodes before anyone else, exclusive bonus episodes, live stream opportunities with yours truly, plus you'll be signed up to receive our monthly newsletter, merch giveaways, and more. Head to anchor.fm/Fever Dream Diaries to sign up today. Once you subscribe, all premium content will be available wherever you listen to podcasts. We can't wait for you to join the Fever Dream fam. Welcome to Fever Dream Diaries, episode 7. At this point, you've probably drowned in more tea than you ever thought you needed, but somehow, we're going to continue. It's Hayley and Becca. Let's get back into our lives. Becca and I have had so many adventures recently, and I love it for us.
I feel like 22 has just become our year.
It is our year, and I think 2023 is going to be even better.
Yes.
But recently, I hosted Hospitality Maine's award ceremony.
Hell yeah, you did. You're amazing.
Shout out to Hospitality Maine. But Becca came with me and honestly, arguably did more work than I did. You were my right-hand woman, and I can't thank you enough for that.
I'm so happy and honored to be.
What was great about, obviously, we got to go to the event, but it was pretty far. So we had a lot of time to really unpack things about the reunion and stuff we want to make sure we can get to at the reunion, because we have a plan. And a big part of that plan is Jane.
Good
right?
old Jane.
So,
sweet Jane.
I have texted Jane. You have messaged Jane on Instagram.
Yeah, so while we're at this event, we decided we need to make sure she's at the reunion.
Right.
So we're sitting in the hotel after the show, just, maybe a little high on edibles. Maybe,
I was wondering if you were going to put that part. Yeah, we were.
Watching Hallmark movies, it's fine. Maybe watching weird Cheetah Girl music videos, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But all of these things culminated in us both deciding to reach out to Jane.
That's it.
In separate mediums. You texted, I Instagram
Right,
message.
because we figure she's going to respond on one of those. She doesn't post a lot to Instagram, so we weren't sure. And I haven't texted her in a while, so we weren't really sure if it was her number. So we hit multiple ways.
But here's the thing, that was a week ago, Hayley.
She replied on neither.
There's no response.
Not even a peep.
Ghost.
Absolutely ghosted. So hopefully she's at the reunion.
Do we know that it's still her phone number?
No.
Okay, but she does have an Instagram, and I know that that's not a different Jane that I messaged.
Of course. So we're still gonna hold the faith, but I don't feel very good about it.
Does she still live near Nashua? I don't know.
I don't know.
So we don't even know if she's in the state.
I don't know if this woman is married off. She could have a whole family somewhere,
No.
Becca. She could. I haven't talked to her in years.
When was the last time you saw her?
Probably 2 years ago. I'm being so dramatic. I'm it's been years. She could have a flock of children.
But it's just the fact that she didn't text you, and it was, 2 years ago, most people don't change their phone number that often.
I know. Don't make me feel worse about it, Becca.
I feel kind of crappy. Jane, if you're listening right now, freaking respond. Hayley's upset.
I'm upset. You don't even need to respond. Just be at the reunion, please.
Just be at that goddamn reunion.
But you know what? I digress, because I have a special surprise for you today.
What?
Becca, I got the yearbook.
What?
I feel like this book, which is heavy as hell, it's like a dictionary. This is going to be a guiding light for our reunion coming up very soon.
I wish the listeners could just see my face right now. I'm
it's so
freaking
thick.
out.
It's very
beautiful.
thick. It's very beautiful. Hardcover, stunning. And the thing is, of course your notes and journals tell a story about us specifically, but looking through this yearbook and things that people signed, wow, it's really eye-opening.
Oh my, I'm so glad you have this. This is like a relic from the past.
Now, it really is. My favorite and sweetest part is what Jane wrote. I feel like we've talked a lot about how maybe we grew apart from Jane.
Sure.
That's been, dare I say, an overlying theme of this podcast is our relationship with Jane.
We keep realizing we've been assholes.
Right.
Yeah.
But knowing that Jane wrote such a long, sweet thing in my yearbook senior year just goes to show me it wasn't as bad as we think it is, I feel.
I could be like devil's advocate here and be like, it's actually worse.
It could be.
Because she's being nice to you.
You know what? Dare I say. I'm not going to read the full thing because it's honestly a lot. But she starts out with it. HSR, Hayley, Booski, Cheetah sister. Ugh. Girl, we have been such good friends since first grade. Wait, scratch that. We've been best friends since I knew the moment I met you. What? Sorry, I read that like a crazed person.
She didn't write correctly.
I was just so taken aback by the information.
I've loved you since I knew.
I knew I loved you before I met you. That's basically what she's saying.
She was saying.
She
She dreamed you into life, Hayley.
And you know what? I'm still that dream, I hope, for her.
How did she sign off on it?
She said, oh my God. Love always, your ginger princess, fellow Booski, and best friend, Jane.
Wait, and this was senior year?
Yes,
So
dude.
4 years later.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Like, I really don't think.
She said best friend, but
It
I would have
said best
said
friend.
I would have said sister at that point. Like I had literally brought you to prom. Like you were my girlfriend.
She called me Cheetah sister, which was kind of like you and I's thing.
I feel like I'm getting triggered.
I'm triggered.
I'm feeling like the way that you have felt in the past when people try to like infiltrate our friendship and like make them seem like they're my best friend, and that's how I feel right now.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack with Jane.
I'm not trying to start new drama because
It's
like
okay.
we're trying to evolve.
We're trying to evolve, Becca. We're moving past it. It's okay. There's another interesting entry from Corey, who is another person we've done a lot of speaking about. He wrote, HSR, good times at the freshman luau, question mark. FBLA for life. No, if you're not familiar with FBLA, that is Future Business Leaders of America, baby.
And you still are.
And I am still a future business leader. Maybe.
You're a CBLA, a current business leader of America.
You know what? But let's talk about the freshman luau.
I don't remember what this is, but it sounds so familiar.
Now, I don't fully remember what this is either, and didn't remember it until reading that in this yearbook, but I'm led to believe that must be where I met Corey.
Yeah, I think that's bringing back some memories. Like, was it in the cafeteria?
I'm sure.
And was it during the day?
I'm sure.
That is where you met.
It was kind of probably an event for icebreak, get to know people in your grade and whatnot.
Also cultural appropriation of the Hawaiians. Yeah.
And that's a topic, for a different day, but you're right. That we could unpack that in a full podcast.
I mean, I'm sure if we look through that yearbook, we're going to find some other problematic shiz.
Exactly.
From the early aughts, the craziest time of the world.
Right. So the signature's living for it. Freshman luau, the fact that he remembered that, I'm not sure. Obviously, I can't go back to my senior year mind. I'm not sure if I would have remembered that senior year, but that was significant to him.
That feels like a little flirty mem. Like a little sprinkle of like, hey, what we used to be. Do you remember by senior year, like how things fizzled out for you two? Like you were clearly still friends, but.
Right. I think we were only friends because we were both in FBLA together, though I don't think we were hangout friends.
Do you remember possibly like your last time hanging?
No, Becca. I barely remember the freshman luau.
I personally don't remember, and I found a note that's you're saying I hate Corey. By sophomore year, you're saying I hate Corey.
Well, clearly we were friends again by senior year.
High school's a lot of like ebbs and flows.
Exactly.
It's a roller coaster.
But this is such a guide to help us with our game plan, I feel, for the reunion.
Wait, I have a question.
Okay.
I have a question. So the luau, you met at the first week of school.
Okay.
You're bringing this up, and I have this memory of us like really early into high school taking a plane with Corey.
Oh, yes.
Was he flying the plane?
Absolutely not. This boy was 14.
Thank you.
So
I feel like he had like a pilot's license or wanted to.
okay, so what happened?
Oh my gosh, this isn't a fever dream. This is real.
No, this is real.
Okay,
this
thank
is
you.
real. So my dad flies small planes. Just
the small ones.
Just small. Well, it's different than commercial, you know. I need to paint the picture that
He's a Delta pilot. That's why we were never seeing him. He was always
absolutely not. Like, that's just not the case. He does not do this for a living. This is like a hobby. And it's just these like little Cessna planes, you know, they fit 4 people tops, right? And it's a hobby of his. And I found out that Corey was interested in learning how to fly. So naturally, I had to flex. I had to flex a little bit. And I was like, my dad will take us on a trip. Not like a trip. I think we went up for probably 30 minutes and back.
We went up to like Conway.
Did we? You were.
don't remember.
You acted like it was a fever dream, and you're like, actually, we were longitude and latitude this.
3761.
No, I don't remember where we went, to be honest. But we did. It was you, me, Corey, and my dad, who was the licensed pilot.
Oh my goodness! But we sat in the back, so maybe that's why I thought Corey was flying, because he was in the.
You know what? Let's just say he was flying.
He was in the cockpit with your dad. You were trying to get them to bond.
Of course I was. I was trying to make him love me.
Did your dad like Corey?
I'm sure my dad is pretty indifferent. Like, I think my dad was like anyone that I vouched for. And Corey's a nice kid, polite boy, you know. At this time, I'm sure he still is today as a man. But my dad didn't have a reason not to like him. He was very put together, you know, sweet kid.
And this is something that I also just remembered that definitely I knew, but Corey and I became friends because we were on the same bus. But a weird connection is he lived in the house next to where I grew up.
Oh!
His like house that he moved into, I had moved out of like a year before.
Weird.
The house next door, not his house, but definitely weird because I knew every crevice of his home and could like explain the neighborhood to him. And I moved from like a nice neighborhood to a sketchier neighborhood across the street. But Corey was just a really kind friend and didn't judge me for where I was from. He just saw me as a person.
And that's why we love Corey.
And same with you. You just saw me as another latchkey kid to bond with.
Well, I mean, I feel like we were on the same level in that. So, yeah, absolutely. So, what I don't believe is in this yearbook, just from my quick skim, I don't think they put superlatives in here.
You definitely won superlative, though.
No, I did. I could tell you right now I won biggest gossip. I did.
What? You're not even like a gossip queen.
You know I am. Look at us. We've been making a whole podcast of us gossiping.
I'm in such denial of like my truth.
I love that you came to my defense.
You were like popular. Like you weren't like.
I was
like swung. You swang around. You hung
I was
around.
a swinger.
You were a swinger
in high school.
You were a friend group swinger.
You know what it is when they read out the superlatives and they gave me that, I was initially hurt. It's such a negative connotation, the biggest gossip. That doesn't sound like something you want. Then the more I brew on it, I was like, you know what? I'm going to run with that shit. So I got into radio. I literally gossip every day and I live my best life. So whatever.
You're spilling the tea for all of us.
Exactly. You're welcome. I will drown you in all the tea.
Well, also you just are good at making friends, as we know. And so the more friends you have, the more people are going to tell you things.
I had a lot of information.
Yeah, that's why your hair is so big.
How is that my fault?
Secret.
It is. How is that my fault that people felt comfortable talking to me?
So it's funny because I won Best Smile.
Which is true.
Thanks,
look at those pearly whites.
Look at those whites. So I was kind of bummed about that because I wanted to be best friend. Or no, the one that I wanted, because Kevin and Allison won Best Friends. And I was like, bye bitches. But I wanted to be the most political at my high school. That was what I wanted.
Right.
And I got Best Smile. And it felt kind of like a passive one.
Right.
Like
I see.
Image instead of, or your looks instead of like who you are.
Right.
And I think that like bothered me. But now I'm like, that's a really nice thing for people to
it
say
is.
about me. Thank you so much.
I guess
100 people that voted. Thank you so
much. And mine was about who I am as a person. For better, for fucking worse.
Well, what I was thinking is like, because you had so many friends, like people probably just like assumed you were a gossip. So it's not really fair. I'm trying to help, okay?
You're trying to defend me, but I don't even need the defense because it is what it is. It's okay.
As we open this yearbook,
I've grown comfortable.
I saw a photo of a group of people that I just remember you sharing something with me once. Can you say what that person said to you about all the nerdy people? Can you say,
So
is there a way you can like
It
sum
wasn't
this up?
nerds. It wasn't nerds. It was the theater people. Well, which some might say are nerds, but I'm just trying to give you a picture of this group. What did she say to me? Someone from the theater kids said, I don't remember what she said. Like, we fuck? Like, you wouldn't believe how much we fuck or something?
All you popular kids think that we're just losers, but you have no idea how much we fuck after the play. I don't even know.
You whispered that all. I was like, oh.
Fuck after the play. But I we can cut that out. I just remember it being like a moment where I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, the theater kids like to fuck and respect. Because they were doing it before you or I, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
So now I want to crack this open and read you a few gems out of this bad boy. This gave me a hoot and holler to look over. So let me share it with you. Senior class favorite. I don't know who the fuck voted on this because I don't remember a ballot for this. But why would I, right? The first one, favorite muffin. Why is that the first one? Why is that one at all?
Was this during that muffins YouTube video phase? Like, is that why?
Maybe we were going through a weird muffin time. But the favorite muffin was chocolate chip.
It's a good choice.
Favorite book, Harry Potter. That's fine. That's the most normal one here, probably. Favorite YouTube. That's all it says. Not like YouTube video, not YouTuber. And shout out, should I say his name? This isn't bad.
I think you can say it.
Shout out to Trevor Rancourt. And I laugh because that is someone we went to high school with. He apparently posted a video called It's a Tufts Life. And I do believe this was like a college admissions video that
I'm gonna
he
see
created.
if it's still on YouTube.
So if you guys want to look that up, give Trevor some views. I feel comfortable saying his name because you know what? He posted that publicly on YouTube. So
He has 2 million followers.
No, he does not. Trevor Rancourt. God love you, Trevor Rancourt. You do not.
But it is still on. You can find this video.
Give that a look if you feel so inclined. That'd be so funny if that video just blew up. He'd be like, what in the damn hell?
Or he like sues us for using his name. Sorry.
Honestly,
Trevor.
I'm going to rip the video and post it on our social media. So whatever. All right. Anyways, favorite movie, Hangover. Okay. Favorite animal, dog. Like, fair enough.
Basic. God.
But you love dogs. Don't act like you don't love dogs.
I would never say a dog is my favorite animal.
What's your favorite animal?
I usually say like tigers.
Okay, I guess that's fair. Like, I love foxes and I love cheetahs, but I would never touch one. Maybe a fox I would. Not a cheetah. I wouldn't touch a wild feline.
I like cheetahs too. I would touch a cheetah. I would absolutely. I would pet it if I could.
And that's the difference
If
between Becca and I.
If somebody had it on a leash, I would absolutely pet a cheetah.
Okay, well, shit.
Oh, fine, whatever.
It's okay. Are you team Edward, Jacob, neither, both, or I detest Twilight? Why were there so many goddamn options? No one needed that many options. And the one that won was I detest Twilight. No.
What? This was the height of Twilight.
I'm sorry. Who do you think you are that you're above liking Twilight?
You think you are running around chasing heart? What is
Period.
it?
Chasing Scar. I don't fucking know.
Fuck that.
Was that song from Twilight?
This might be the one that you kill me. This might be the recording where you're just like, Becca, why the fuck did you say so much crazy
I would
shit?
never. I would never. I loved Twilight, so maybe that's why I feel so passionate about this. Do you remember when I turned 18 and my mom threw me a surprise, like, little birthday thing, and it was Twilight themed?
That was really cute.
It was really cute.
Yes.
And at 18, like, I still liked Twilight enough where my mom would throw me a themed birthday, so...
We were teens. You're allowed to like Twilight. You're allowed to really like either Jacob or Cullen. What are their names?
Edward and Jacob.
I am going to be honest with you. I've never... No, never read.
We're moving on.
Never seen it.
I can't have this conversation with you.
I've only seen every single Twilight movie as like a worker at a movie theater. That's the only time I've seen it. I'm so sorry. I know it's
Are you
good.
even qualified to do this podcast? I'm just kidding.
I am not a purveyor of the early aughts if I do not appreciate Twilight.
It's okay. We'll let it slide.
I was a big Hunger Games girl. I feel like that was my like vibe. I was like, let's all die in the apocalypse. But
all right.
Anyway.
You're stressing me out with this, Becca. I'm
sorry.
We're moving on to favorite website, okay?
What is it?
Facebook.
I was going to say MySpace, but I guess this is like beyond MySpace.
Yeah, I'm sad to say. Favorite actor, Jim Carrey, spelled incredibly wrong. Actually, I should add, just imagine half of these words are more spelled completely wrong. I don't know whose job it was to be the editor of the yearbook, but they
spelled sophomore wrong.
They did spell sophomore wrong. So, okay, anyways.
Oh, the second O is missing.
It's disgusting. Favorite video game, Mario Kart, fair, generic. Favorite phone, why is that one? iPhone, okay, cool. Like, no one gives a shit.
Was that back when we fought over Android or iPhone? I feel like that was early.
Yeah.
That was like when you were fighting over flip phone or iPhone.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Favorite dance move, I love this. Fist bump. What? The fist bump. I think it's because Jersey Shore was a big thing at this time.
God, you're right.
Favorite show, Glee. That's embarrassing.
Ooh.
You're gonna tell me you detest Twilight, but your favorite show is Glee?
I have a confession for you.
You love Glee.
I fucking love Glee. And
Bitch.
this is something I was obsessed with in high school, completely forgot about for like 15 years, and then went and rewatched. I know every single episode. It's like Degrassi. I'm back in it.
Okay.
It's a really good show.
I've watched it. I've seen all of Glee, actually. Like, I wouldn't say I'm a Gleek, but I have seen, is that what they call them?
I'm not a Gleek because it's extremely problematic.
Well, that's what I mean. When I watched Glee, I was like, shit.
You rewatched the Big Butts, like the Sir Mix-a-Lot remix that they do.
Oh, I don't know that I've seen that
We're going to have
recently.
to watch that and post it on social. It's going to be a vibe. It's going to be Throwback City.
We'll see. I'm excited. Well, I say that for me because I didn't watch it like in high school. I watched Glee later in life. So for me, it's just kind of like a cringe fest.
Oh, okay. No, it does bring me back.
Which I love a cringe fest. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate a cringe fest, but I guess I just don't have the emotional ties to it the way you do. Because I didn't watch it like when it first started coming out.
To be clear, it didn't come out until like our senior year. So
yeah, I guess that adds up because I watched it probably toward the end of college.
Yes.
Anyways, we're talking way too much about Glee. Favorite car, Mustang, which, okay, no one from our high school ever touched a Mustang, so, okay. Favorite sports team, Red Sox, basic. Favorite place to hang out, friend's house.
Dude, what?
See, you know what? If I had my say, that'd say Lita Lane's all the fuck over.
Lane's Daddy's Garage.
Period. Favorite color, blue.
Boring.
Also, why is color spelled the European way? Get over yourselves. We're in New Hampshire here. Favorite dinosaur.
T-Rex?
Yeah, it was T-Rex. Good guess. But, like, why is that even on here? Favorite class, AP US History.
What?
I feel like one person took this survey.
Wait, what?
This
That
is so
the
specific.
worst class. We all have that at our school, and it always sucks. Like, no one likes APS history.
Was there just a really good teacher at our school, maybe? And that's why people put that?
Was that Mr. Bosch?
I don't know what the hell that was. Favorite singer. I'm getting pissed about these.
Is it Lady Gaga?
It is Lady Gaga.
I think I saw that.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was like, Jesus. How do you know? Becca's the one who took the survey.
I'm your biggest fan, and I'll follow you until you love me.
Oh, man. So the yearbook is something else, needless to say. And I think I really wanted to use this as a tool to make a game plan for the reunion. That's a lot to flesh out. And we still have a few weeks' time to fully do that.
It's coming quick, though.
It's coming really quick. So I think we should take time to go through this and really evaluate some of the signatures and see what kind of topics we need to bring up to these individuals.
Yeah, I think now that I have these faces put with the names that we've been talking about, it definitely is bringing me back. I have some questions. Do we know whether there are assigned seats at this reunion?
That's such a good question. I don't know, but I would assume not.
Can we somehow infiltrate the planning committee?
Oh, yeah. I have faith we can infiltrate anything.
There's 3 people. 2 of them are twin sisters,
Right.
and one of them is a friend of the twins. So I personally have the best connection with that third person, just from knowledge of their life.
You want me to tackle the twins?
Do you know that? You've known them since...
I've known all 3 of them since elementary school, so I'm happy to tackle.
I'm thinking you could say, like, hey, I have anxiety disorder. Just want to make sure.
What? What turn did this take, Becca?
No, I was thinking because, like, they might accommodate if you want to sit at a certain table, or you could at least find out if there are places.
I'm gonna need a roster of everyone who bought tickets to this event. Is
there?
I mean, there must be. You have to buy tickets, so they must have a knowledge of who's gonna buy tickets and be
There's
there.
almost like a part of me that wants to just send Jane a ticket so we can make sure she's there. Like, how do we actually make sure she comes?
Hoping and wishing. I don't know.
message
I
her?
mean, oh yeah. I guess that's the easiest way.
I mean, we could send her a ticket, but I think she's like probably in a place to afford it herself.
Yeah, probably more than we are. Shit. She should have bought our ticket.
I mean, honestly, if she's going, we need to sit with her.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet there will not be assigned seating because you know what? Regardless, I'm going to sit wherever I want.
I also wonder if we wanted to catch up with some people and have like our own little recording space. I don't think that inside of the hall, the ballroom would be the right space.
We can safely assume this will be a ballroom. And
do you know what I'm saying? Like, I want it to be an intimate vibe for these conversations.
Okay.
We can't just be having that convo in the middle of this giant reception.
It's not appropriate. It's not the place. I think that we can make a setup, though, outdoors, perhaps, or somewhere.
Like a tent.
I'm not even kidding.
Small camping tent.
I will bring one. I own that.
Well, now that you say that, like I do have my SUV.
We will set up a recording studio in the back of Becca's SUV, and we will ask the hard-hitting questions. How are we going to get these people to follow us to your vehicle?
Well, we definitely need to get there wicked early so we can like get a spot. Unless you want me to break something in between now and then, and I can like have a handicap parking spot.
I think that is extreme for us even. So let's not hurt you.
Okay.
Let's just...
We won't go Tanya Harding this time.
They can not this time. They can walk a few feet to your SUV for this special experience.
So we bring one by one, like Jane, Corey, Jane 2.
Trevor Rancourt.
Why
do we say his name? I love...
Because we know he's doing okay.
You know what? Trevor Rancourt's thriving. Well, we can assume, I guess. Yeah.
I actually don't know that.
I don't know that he's okay. I can assume, but shouldn't assume.
Graduate with this man.
Yeah.
I didn't know him.
It doesn't matter. He views my LinkedIn profile every now and again, so I at least know he's kicking.
So actually, because speaking of like viewing profiles, I have a millennial problem that I'm experiencing. Maybe you can like shed some light.
I'm excited.
I created a TikTok, a personal TikTok. Give me a round of applause.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm worried that every person I view their stories or profile, they're seeing.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. I know.
Why does no one warn you when you sign up for this app that...
Well, you have to allow it.
Clearly, I'm just allowing it and not stopping it.
Yeah, there's definitely something you can click to like make it not happen.
I've only viewed 4 people's profiles at all.
Oh,
it's
wow.
like you and a couple other friends because I don't want to have randos like seeing that I viewed their profile. So I just need to shut that off.
Yeah, I think so. I think
this was like a LinkedIn vibe.
No, I think even LinkedIn you can disable that. Yeah, you can definitely disable
Then why are
that.
all my ex's girlfriends looking at my LinkedIn?
They don't give a damn. They haven't disabled it and they don't care.
Move.
It is a bold move. Trevor Rancourt. We see you, boo. I see you.
This is just to go another like just funny make fun of myself moment, but I thought that on Instagram if you like screenshotted somebody's story that they got a notification.
Well, Snapchat is like that. Right.
So I just thought it kind of transferred to Instagram, and so when I got a new phone, it kept accidentally screenshotting like people's pages, and I would reach out to them. And so someone was like, "Hey, you can't see when they do that." I was like, "Hey, so sorry, I just screenshotted this because." If somebody screenshotted my story,
and you'd be like, what the fuck?
Right.
Yeah.
But they weren't getting any notifications.
They only knew because you messaged them.
And they were like, huh. And this is like 3 or 4 people I did this to. Very embarrassing.
Wow. Shit. I don't know that I would be the one to tell someone that that's not the case. I'd be like, okay, dude, whatever.
Like, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, shout out to whoever that is for letting you know. That's funny as hell.
Do you want to hear one more really awful story?
Yes.
This one shouldn't be on air, but I was having a bad day a long time ago. My friend Kevin's, we're just going to use Kevin's name. We love Kevin. He sent me a photo of this family from our high school that we just find annoying, and I respond, and it was like a message.
Oh no. Okay.
And I responded in the group message, not realizing that this girl was going to get tagged in my message saying, "I fucking hate that family." And then she wrote back, "Oh, I'm sorry, Becca. Didn't know you felt that way." And then like deleted me. And this was a girl I went to high school with. So I'm really sorry if you know who you are and you're listening.
Oh no.
Horrible.
Why did he set you up that way? Why were you in a group message where he was sending pictures of her family?
It was some sort of like Facebook situation back in like honestly the early teens. Like it was not current Facebook.
I hate that family.
I fucking hate that family. I'm awful.
I didn't know you know what? Props to her because she kind of handled that perfectly.
She was a freaking champion, and she's actually like a really nice person.
I hope she's okay today and has gotten over that because that's tough. That you were harsh about that, to be honest.
I felt so bad, and then I think I said that my Facebook was hacked.
Classic.
So this is just like me fully confessing,
admitting that occurred. Oh my gosh.
Kevin was the only person who knew about that, and now the whole world
does. Well, you know what? This is for us to repent and
repenting
confess.
and really trying to be a better person, and also that's about.
That's it. I feel like we have a solid game plan, at least for the information we have now. We're gonna set up a recording studio in the back of your vehicle. It's not sketchy at all. We'll make sure people have multiple drinks in them before this happens, just to like help with bringing them into your vehicle, maybe.
I mean, any show that you see people like opening up, they've had a couple drinks.
Yeah.
Before.
So we'll do that. And I'm very excited to see what these people have to say and to share a perspective outside of ours, because do we have a skewed view? Absolutely.
We do, and we also want to remember. We want to know what other people remember about us.
Exactly. I feel like we remember so many specific things about other people that will not even remember us at all at this reunion.
Well, we need to quiz them if they remember who they voted for freshman year.
That is going to be one of my biggest goals, is talking to the people who won freshman year.
Do we remember?
I remember at least 3 of them.
Yes, I know 3. And I feel like we could figure out the 4th just by
asking those
friends.
3.
Yeah, it had to be one of their white male friends.
You're not wrong. We have a very loosely put together idea of what this is going to look like, but I'm excited and I'm ready for it.
So how do we figure out who is going to the reunion? I feel like we kind of brought that up, but like...
That's the thing. We can message the people that we definitely want to see there and ask them, but overall, this roster is going to be a mystery, and we're just going to have to ride the wave when we get there, I feel.
Do you remember our 5-year reunion?
Yes.
What a time.
Who has a 5-year reunion, by the way? Like, that was so weird, and I've never heard of that.
I love high school.
And I am sad to say I am one of those people.
I loved Nashua North.
Right.
Once I moved, I definitely was not like a high school girly. I kind of became like an adult.
You grew up quickly.
I did. I ended up starting to work all the time. I started having a boyfriend, having a car.
Scandalous.
Yeah, so Nashua is where I think of myself as a child.
Right.
And that's kind of beautiful.
I think it's very beautiful.
Yeah.
And on that note, do we have anything else you want to add before we actually go through with this?
Oh my God, it's scary. So what if we see like my ex from high school? Do we interview him?
That is up to you and your comfortability with that. You know, I live for an awkward moment.
I love awkward moments. That is up to him, but if we can get a little alcohol, a little juice. I didn't drink with him when I was in high school, so I don't know if that's his thing.
Oh, we know it is.
Isn't it all of ours? I just am trying to think of like what I would ask. There are so many questions I could ask that man. So he's an actual man now. Back in the day, he was a boy, but
he's a man now. And we are going to prep interview questions and be fully prepared for these people. We're not even going to drink at this. We're going to pretend to drink.
I mean, from my previous stories, like I'm not a good person to like stay in the moment when I'm drinking.
Becca, we need to promise ourselves, and we can't drink until after we interview all the people we want.
Absolutely.
Because like, I think we'll fail if we don't.
Planning on like sleeping until like 3 or 4 that day.
Oh, great. It starts at 5 p.m. So that's
I'm probably
perfect.
planning on sleeping till 1 p.m. that day so that I don't like use all my energy and I can like go all night. There's other, methods to get that same result, but I'm trying to do this like new cleaner version of that.
Right.
So we're just going to sleep a lot.
All right. I'm going to sleep now until a couple weeks.
Then. Yeah, I think we need to hibernate for this. If we got the opportunity to like talk to the girl that we were maybe mentioning with like the bus situation.
Thinking about her, Becca, brings me back to this yearbook because as I was going through it, not only did I see many pictures of her, which I know you would detest, but there's also a picture of her in the yearbook, I kid you not, in a stretcher.
Can you pull it up?
I'll pull it up for you. And I also want to mention that this is not the only picture in the yearbook of someone in a stretcher. And I'm not sure who put this yearbook together, but it's disturbing and weird.
Oh my God, there are. Like, there's one with this person on a stretcher with her parents in the photo.
Like, why is this a photo?
After the stretcher.
So you know what? We can ask her about how she feels about being photographed on a stretcher and that it made it into the yearbook.
That's a great question. And also, there was another photo of another person on a stretcher.
Yeah, that's okay. It's not okay. I need to find out who made this yearbook. In fact, there is a picture of the yearbook staff, but I must be honest, I don't recognize a single person in that picture.
Me neither.
I can't be convinced they went to school with us.
I recognize so many people that I have not seen in like over a decade.
And I can't wait to see them in just a few weeks, Becca. So you take that yearbook home with you. You rest up and
do my homework.
Let's get ready, bitch.
Let's do it.
If you like what you hear, make sure you follow us on all social media. Becca, tell them where they can find us.
Our Instagram handle is Fever Dream Diaries. Our TikTok is Fever Dream Diaries Pod. And if you want to email us, you can always send us a message at feverdreamdiaries@gmail.com.
Send us all your deepest, darkest secrets. We would love to read them. We would love to connect with you on that spiritual level. And also on our social media, we're going to be posting all sorts of content relating to the episodes. See old embarrassing photos of us. See relics from the past that will bring you back to a simpler time, right?
A time before TikTok. A time before Instagram.
Exactly.
When MySpace ruled the world.
Oh my God. A time we all yearn for. So be sure to follow us. And if you really like what you hear, leave us a freaking review somewhere, would ya?
Hell yeah. And maybe a comment, maybe like.
Yeah. If you think that someone else in this world would like this podcast, you show us some love so it can get spread to them. Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you're listening to podcasts, leave us a 5-star review. We won't be able to sleep well tonight otherwise.
Please.
We need this.